Hi, thanks for coming by here and checking this out. This channel, or this early part of this channel, was really about showing you that you can change your life no matter how old you are. Your age doesn't really matter. And I'm 65, and if I can change my life at 65, then you can do it at any age. And so I'll share my story in a minute, but the whole goal here was to inspire you. I'm not here to talk about me. I want to share that only for the purpose of sharing that if I can do this, you can do this. Again, 65, man, you can. The big thing is taking action and believing in yourself and starting to let go and peel away some of your addictive patterns or things that you've been doing, addictions to sugar and alcohol and all these other things. But the biggest thing is just you have to create a new image of who you are. See, what we have in our lives is really an image of what's inside. This is who I see myself. I see myself as being broke. I see myself as having bad relationships. I see myself as not being creative, etc. And we got to create a new image. It's just some crap that's sitting in our brain, and our brain will do anything we ask it to. The trick is you just got to ask it to do more. And, create. The one thing that's helped me and kept me on track, which I'll talk about in a second, has been goals. Set goals. I set a goal for my weight. I wanted my weight to be 170. I wanted my blood pressure to be normal. I wanted to find a new project to work on that I could enjoy. And there's some other goals, which I'll talk about at another time. And so the goals are what's going to make a big difference. But the biggest thing is believing in yourself. So I mentioned this in some other videos about beliefs. And I want to ask you a question. Why do you actually really believe what you believe? Like, you were born into this world with no beliefs, and all of a sudden, you got a bunch of beliefs were installed into you, and they were other people's beliefs that you bought into. And they were your parents or your school or the governments or stuff like that. And they're just random things. You can believe anything you want. Like, do you think Elon Musk believes, oh, I can only do this and that, and Warren Buffett, and you watch Warren Buffett, man, the guy believes in himself. And, I can do this. It's just, I don't need to ask anybody else. I can do this because this is who I am. So one of the things that's going to get in your way is going to be your beliefs, which I'll come back to in a minute. So as I mentioned, so I had goals. And I've done a bunch of good things in my life. And so I know we all have hidden beliefs, and we all have hidden wounds, which unfortunately drive us to many of our actions. But I've done some amazing things. I've been to about 40 countries, and I've done all kinds of things, everything to doing presentations, the royal family in Dubai, and all kinds of stuff around the world. And so it's that part, limiting beliefs, and I've done things for raising lots of money and things like that in the past, and I just got off track. I forgot who I was. And I think when you get older, I think things accumulate. So if you have failures or setbacks, like my action or my beliefs in taking, or my fears of doing stuff, has changed from when I was 20 to when I'm 65, because you've been kicked enough times when you're older and had things fall apart. So my goals, when I started, I was 210 pounds. My blood pressure was 170 or 180 over 120 or something, like ridiculous. Like, I was really concerned that I'm not going to survive this, which eventually we never do. I was doing something for work, or stuck, really badly stuck, trying to find a new project, or something that I could bite my teeth into, and I wasn't happy. I was drinking like beer way too much, and I was just hiding my emotions and stuff. And so I got into this, and I found this thing called intermittent fasting, and that started. My first goal was really on my weight and my health. So I got into intermittent fasting. Now, what intermittent fasting is, we all do it. And intermittent fasting is stop eating for a period of time. And what most people do, we all do it. We go to bed, we go to sleep, we don't eat for 8 hours. And the whole thing with intermittent fasting is you want to give your body more time to eat, to burn off the fat. There's a process called autophagy. And so what I did was I started to narrow my window of eating from going from, say, 10 o'clock at night till 8 in the morning. I started shortening that down to, eventually I got it down from about noon till 4 or 2 till 6. And so I was only eating 4 hours a day. And that gave me a period of 20 hours not to be eating, so my body could start letting go of the fat. And I added on to that alternate day fasting. So I was doing intermittent alternate day fasting. And what that means is I got my window of eating down to 4 hours, and I didn't eat the next day. And over the course of relatively quickly, I dropped from 210 down to about 185. At one point I got down to 179, but then I went back up. And my blood pressure started to come down fairly quickly. And I really cut back on sugar. I stopped buying cookies and all this addictive stuff. And if you don't know, sugar is meant to be addictive. And I started eating more salads, and I just stuck with that. And I did really well for about a month and a half. And then when the pandemic hit, I got a job doing something that was really stressful. And first of all, I don't like working for other people, but second of all, because usually I can find something myself to keep myself going. But this particular job was really stressful. And I went back to drinking beer, and I got off the whole process, and I got off the intermittent fasting. And what happened was my weight started to go back up, and more importantly, my blood pressure started to go back up. And at one point it was back 165 over 120 and stuff. In the background, which I put on a couple other videos, I knew I had these goals. And the goals were tingling in the back of my mind going, ding, ding, come on back, come on back, come on back. And I kept remembering that especially my goal for my weight, that I wanted my weight to be down to 170 or in that area, 170, 175. And that, and that kept in my mind that this is what I need to do. So that was an unconscious driver for me. And this is why I say goals are so important. Because if you set a goal and you try to write them down every day and say, here's my goal, this is what I want to do. I want to get healthy, and no matter what your age is, and do a vision board. This is how I see myself with wealth and with relationships and with all of these things. Get out there and do something that's going to keep you in mind. And so when I fell off my program, it was really the goals that I'd set that brought me back to getting back on track. And they're the things that will help you to get back on track. So it took a little while, probably 6 or 7 weeks. I wasn't enjoying drinking beer. I wasn't enjoying my weight. My weight, as I said, started going back up. And I got back, and I because of this tingling thing, I want my weight at 170. I wanted it there by August 31st, by September 1st. And here we are, September 29th or 30th. And I was about the 15th of September, and I went, hey, I'm not doing this. And I feel like in some ways I felt like I'd let myself down. And in some ways I feel like I actually did let myself down. The biggest one was drinking beer. So what I did was I went back to my goals, and in the process, just this video came up, and it started talking about water fasting. And it was something I wasn't aware of. And water fasting is basically as you drink only water, and lots of it during the course of the day. And what happens in water fasting, and there's some great videos. I'll try to put some links on the here that you should watch so you educate yourself about water fasting. I started losing literally a pound of fat a day, 1 pound a day. I'm down. I've been on it for about 10 days, and every day I'm down 1 pound. And I can see all this beer gut and all this stuff is very quickly disappearing, literally about 1 pound a day. But the big thing that drove that was my goal. I want to be 170, 175, and I hit 175 this morning. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my goals. But my purpose of this video is to motivate you. if I can do this at 65, you can do this at any age. And all you got to do is get off your butt, set some goals. And no matter how ridiculous you think the goals are, set big goals, because big goals are a lot more fun to achieve. Figure out what motivates you to set the goal. Figure out the steps you need to do to set the goal. I need to do this. I need to do this. Like I want to lose weight. I need to figure out what it is I need to eat. I need to research, what are the things that are putting the weight on. I needed to find out about intermittent fasting. I needed to find out keto diet. Check into keto diet if you don't know about it, and to put those things into my program, and they've helped me to achieve my goals. So what you need to do is you need to set goals. You need to find out what's motivating you to make the change. Why did I want to lose the weight? And then the steps you need to do to make the change. And so my blood pressure a few hours ago was 118/84. I'm serious. It was 118/84. And from 3 weeks ago, 162/120 or something like that. So I couldn't have been happier in my life. So again, the purpose is I wanted to give you an update to show you that. And also, I was looking for a project. So I think we have a lot more connection to the universe than possible. So I put this out. I need a project. I want a project. And I get a phone call from a guy from Texas that I hadn't heard from for 3 or 4 years. And he said, "This is what I'm doing. Are you interested?" And it's a project, a process or project or a spray that kills the coronavirus. And it lasts about 30 days. And you can spray it on anything. And you can spray it on an open wound and it won't do anything. And I just went, hey, count me in. So that's what I've been working on. And that's been giving me lots of motivation as well. So again, get off your butt, set some goals. I don't care how old you are and how much you weigh. Go online, and if you go to online, search keto diet and search for intermittent fasting, there's a guy, I can't remember his name right now. He's phenomenal. There's Dr. Eckhart, Sten Ekberg. He's got some great stuff. And when you pull him up, this other guy is going to come up, like Tony or something like that. And these people have lost well. And there's a woman who's got her experience of doing intermittent fasting. She was 300 pounds. She's down to 180 or something like that, just doing intermittent fasting. So if you want to, I don't care how big you are, how heavy you are, or what's going on in your life, or even how broke you are, you can change your life at any age. You just got to take action, and whatever beliefs come up, just go, ask yourself, whose belief is this? Because it's likely not yours. It's likely somebody else instilled it in you. So God bless you all, and I hope you take massive action and make some changes. And I hope my goal here, if I gave a couple of you or some people some inspiration by sharing this, I hope if I can inspire you, that's my whole goal here. So please have a wonderful day. Love yourself, love other people, and realize if you see somebody that's really struggling, it's because they're likely really wounded as a child. And those wounds are still in the back of their psyche, and they're struggling with how to do it. And unfortunately, the root cause of a lot of addictions. So come back, check out some other videos on my channel, and thank you for coming here. Take care now. Have a wonderful day.